everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Super Metroid. On the last episode, we got the grappling hook, we defeated Crocodile, and we went through a good bit of Norfair. And on this episode, we're going to get out of Norfair, but not before we grab a missile and open up this gate here and get out of here. This gate actually leads us to, well, near the entrance of Norfair anyway, so it's a good exit point. We have a lot more of Norfair to deal with when we get back here, but you know, we'll deal with that later. You know why. You know why. Anyways, time to head up and out of Norfair. Also, this part is going to deal with Phantoon. I'll get to Phantoon. I'll talk about him when we reach that part. But also, I wanted to mention there's not a whole lot of tricks in this episode, but I'll at least show some of it. And this episode is also going to take us by one of my favorite rooms. Just kidding, it's my least favorite room in the entire game. You can pretty much guess where I'm headed and what that room is. Another interesting bit of trivia, well, I'll mention that in a second. This jump right here is kind of tricky for me to master. As long as you jump, well, you see it frame by frame there. As long as you jump at the right spot, it's not too bad. But anyways, the interesting bit of trivia about this game was I think this game was in development for 2 years, simply because I think the president of Nintendo did not want to release the game just yet. He felt the market wasn't ready for a game like this. Interesting way of putting it. Anyways, this is my favorite room, obviously. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Everybody hates this room. But if you just do short jumps, you'll be okay. Not a problem. There's 2 directions we can head here. We can go down here for some more power bombs. Which we'll grab in a moment, of course. I like how they give you the power bombs, and you're supposed to use a power bomb to get to this extra area. Also, I think the plot of this game is basically that Ridley steals all your alien hardware and sends it all throughout CBs, and the space pirates are after it as well. After your technology, and you have to go throughout the entire planet to try to figure out where your technology went, or something like that. At least that's what I've heard. You'll also notice there's kind of a range to the power bomb. It has 2 flashes. One shows you the range of what it's going to destroy, and the other one actually just covers everything to destroy it. Random bit of trivia, I suppose. Again, watch out for the yapping maws here. And the spikes. But anyways, it's time to exit Brinstar. And you can pretty much guess where we're about to head. I remember when I first played this game and I was trying to figure out what those different colors of the doors did. And I remember the pink and the green, and then I saw the yellow and I couldn't figure out what the yellow meant. And I kind of like that in the game. They kind of prevent you from going in different areas until you have the right power-ups to face certain areas, you know? So it's clever design in the game. It's almost impossible to really get stuck in this game, I think, unless you really don't know what you're doing. Here's one trick. You have just enough room to shine spark here and skip over all of that. Saves you a few seconds. There's a frame by frame there. I have to be really quick with that shine spark, though. And don't forget, over here, we have a little bit of something extra. It's easier to get it now than later. Now that all the power's off. Right here is usually where I make the mistake, because I need super missiles. And, I get enough super missiles, I think, to handle everything, but, my previous run for this, I really got screwed up here because I didn't have enough super missiles to really take care of everything. And yes, I know that there is a better way of taking care of Phantoon than what I did, but, I just couldn't get the, well, the method to really defeat him in a hurry is to use the, wave shield, and to use it right when his eye opens, and he can get 4 shots in, and you can easily defeat him that way, but I never was able to get that to stick. So, I think here I was trying to get the wave, to work, but see, I just never got it to stick. So, oh well. I'm sure with practice I could probably get it right, but anyways, it's time to do the Let's Play, so I figured, you know, no big deal. And I completely messed it right here, see? I just couldn't get the timing right. I'm sure if I practiced it enough, I probably could get it, but one of them hit it, but that's alright. Also, he has 2 different attacks, Phantoon. If you get him with a regular missile, the attack is not so bad. But if you attack him with a super missile, he gets really pissed off. And he'll send you all of these waves of plasma, and they're kind of hard to avoid. Here I'm just sending a whole bunch of missiles, because I'm just like, to hell with you. What makes this battle difficult for me is that I came into it with not much energy and not much in the terms of weaponry. So I really have to destroy this to get some energy. And this really ate up a lot of my time, so sorry about that, viewers. But I make it, though. This was really cutting it too close, though. My strategy was pretty much, if I'm low on energy, get energy. If not, use missiles. You can tell I definitely wasted about 5 minutes on Phantoon here, but... For some reason, when I'm trying to do a speed run of this game, I always screw up with Phantoon. I don't know why. Something always goes wrong. And in hindsight, I can kind of see what I could do to improve it, and maybe down the road I'll improve it, but right now, this is about as good as I'm gonna get it. And I probably won't make another attempt for a speedrun of Super Metroid for a long time. Once I get satisfied with something, I'm done with it. You know, once you do your bit for King and Country... And we got him. I think Phantoon is the only really difficult boss because of his attack patterns. And the fact that I have very little patience when it comes to guys like that. But anyways, once we do that, the power comes back on the wrecked ship, and we can get a few goodies. And of course, once the power comes back on, all the enemies wake up. Come to attack us. Don't forget about this little secret. The power bomb will take care of those guys. And you can kind of jump over these dudes as well. You cannot defeat those guys, those robots, as far as I'm aware. Unfortunately. Although it'd be kind of interesting if you could, but they're too well armored. I like these robots. They're just so 1950s, you know? So retro looking. I don't know what their purpose is. They don't have arms or weapons or anything. And don't forget, we still have some things in the wreck ship to take care of before we get the special item, if you know what I mean. The special item. Now right here, you know, they try to pretend like you can't get past that, but with a wall jump, you can get past it without a problem. And over here, we've got an energy tank. There's a lot of tough enemies in the water down there, so I would avoid the water as much as possible. If only there was a way to get rid of all of these nasty water physics. We'll get there. We'll get there. I like how they give you challenges like this. Like, they tell you, you know, with the water, you don't seem to be able to make that jump without wall jumping. Of course, they don't expect you to know about wall jumping that well. But, you know, they'll give you an item later on that fixes that problem. And fixes it verily. A power bomb can take care of those guys. But you have to defeat all these enemies, though. Because the doors here are, well, the doors are, sealed off until you kill all the enemies. And look in the background there, that little jar-looking thing with the lightning in the middle of it. Well, we're gonna see something similar to that much later in the game. I think that's more of an issue of recycled sprites than creative plot walls, or whatever you want to call it. Creative plot lines. Now we got the missile, so we can go forward. Rather than go backward. Just one of those rooms you have to deal with in order to get 100% completion, so... And for whatever reason, in Zostrun it looked like all the enemies were gone, and I didn't have to defeat them again. But I could be mistaken, so I'm not sure what causes the enemies to respawn like this, but... It really slowed down my time. I think the wrecked ship was probably my worst area. In terms of wasting time. But, oh well. Anyways, that wraps up this episode, so thank you so much for watching. This is the route. I know it's a little spread out there and kind of hard to see there, but we covered a lot of territory, so that's why that works. So, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.